Alright, what's up everybody? This is Zacharias. Welcome back to more of Geneforge 1 Mutagen. I think in the next level up, I will definitely work on shaping, since it is my stronger asset, and I do want my creations to be stronger as I go. I think we have enough leadership and mechanics for now, but I'll still level that up as the game progresses. But something cool I wanted to show you all when I get to the area. You can actually have certain characters back you up in fights. If you are going 100% the pacifist route, this will be required. What the heck? After I dispose of these thoughts here, I can show you all exactly what to do here. Ellhrah's Keep. We're not going to worry about Ellhrah's Keep quite yet. Obviously, if you're going to pass this route, you can't attack any of these creatures, so you will have to play around with trying to getting around them. And one way you can do that, like I said, is to find... Okay, I don't want to go here yet. Find a certain character to recruit. And she happens to be right here. You meet an old survival hermit. Her skin is papery and her robes are tattered. However, she moves with the precision and strength of an old warrior. Her motions would be more fitting to a guardian than an aging creation. She looks up at you. Greetings, Shaper. I am Cirula. I am sure you have a reason for disrupting my privacy. I prefer to keep to myself. Why do you live out here? I am a private being. I wish for you to respect it. My disagreements with Valkyria are my own business. Are there any others who live out in the wilderness? Yes. Tell me about the settlements around here. Will it make you leave faster? Fine. Valkyria is west. You have been there. Ellhrah's Keep is south. There is wisdom there. Pentel is northeast. Kaz gets far to the east. You will like the former. The latter will not like you. Why do you have so little respect for me? I am a Shaper. A Shaper who is as stranded on this island as I am. I am awakened, Shaper. I do not hold you in awe. Tell me about the awakened. I am not a talker. She points to the hill to the south. Ellhrah is there. He is a talker. Of all the awakened, he is the only one I will listen to. Cirula grunts. What else do you want, Shaper? What do you think of all the rogues around here? They disturb my serenity. I would gladly be rid of them, but I am not eager for the danger and the effort. Why don't you help me get rid of them? I came here to avoid contact with others. Even you, Shaper. That would be even worse for me than the rogues. If you don't get rid of the rogues, Valkyria will. That means dozens of warriors trudging through your woods, invading your privacy. She thinks about this and winces. It is an ugly picture. Though simple city survivals, she shakes her head. Alright, you have convinced me somehow. If you wish, I will aid you in your battle against the rogues. Please travel with me for a while. She wordlessly grabs her weapon and takes your side. If you want her to stop following you, talk to her again. When your recruited allies kill enemies for you, you will get experience. Alright, so if you are going the full pacifist route, you can't attack yourself. You will have to let your recruited ally fight for you. So yeah, make sure you are not attacking if you're going the pacifist route, and let your recruit fight for you. Obviously, I'm attacking because I'm not going the pacifist route, but you have to make sure you're not attacking yourself. And you can heal and bless your allies, since that won't count as an offensive attack. But if you do anything to harm the enemy NPCs, even if it isn't a direct attack, it'll still count against you past this run. So be aware of that. Make sure she's still behind me. You're at the entrance of Watchhill, an old Shaper watch post. It is a burrow under a large hill. From the top, guardians and agents kept watch over the surrounding lands, looking for rogues and other sources of trouble. The guards lived in the warrens under the hill. It is a common arrangement, however, these caverns have been taken over by savage rogues. Their growls and grunts echo through the tunnels. Alright, I think I got this from here, Cirula. I don't need your help anymore. Fine then, I will return to my solitude. She leaves. Alright, before we head into the main building, let's go ahead and unlock this app over here. Crag Valley. Won't go there yet, though. There are a few worn, illegible words carved into the wall here. The shaping hall of this outpost is just ahead. It is not abandoned, it is infested. At the far end, there are swirling pools of essence, but they have been corrupted. Dark and viscous and reeking of vinegar. In the front of the pool, a bizarre creation grows, rooted to the floor. It's a horrible, slimy beast. Roots extend from its base to the pools. Quivering tubes stick out of the top. As you watch, it starts to squeeze a small fire out of one of them. If this horrible thing is a shaper creation, you've never seen its like. It's a mindless machine for making rogues. The misbegotten creation collapses on its side. Its flesh immediately starts to bubble and decay. It was not a stable creation made using proper shaper practices. It is better dead. This region will be far safer now. Oh crap, I forgot I overloaded my Fiora. Okay, I think it should be fine. We'll take on whatever rogue creations are left. Actually, screw it, I have an SS pod. We can just create it right back. Ooh, let me actually show you all what an Artilla is like, though. Since I can actually summon that. Of. A long, multi-segmented, physically fragile worm. Their ability to spit long lances of searing acid makes them very useful in battle. You will, however, have to take pains to protect them. Yeah, they are very vulnerable, clearly. So yeah, have to make sure you keep healing them, then. If it has a strong bite. Offense. Ooh, I don't want that. Put that back. Great Thought. Enables you to create a thought or a volatile thought if your battle shaping is high enough. Each extra point of the skill increases the level of these creations. Do you use it? Okay, of course we're going to take another creation to make. Go ahead and absorb this then. Let's see if we can create a thought. Thods are large, clumsy humanoids. They have thick bones, strong muscles, small internal organs, and tiny brains. A good melee creature with a sad tendency to get confused in large battles. Okay, so I think overall, the fire creations and the magic creations are the best ones. The battle creations are okay. Yeah, the fire creations and magic creations are the best ones. The battle creations are just alright. But I think I'm mainly going to do fire and magic as my focuses. But I'll still show you all what the battle creations are like. Oh, I forgot to show you all the abilities. Thought Punch, physical damage, charge, stunning bash, riposte. Gives a 20% chance of riposting enemy melee attacks. Each attack has an extra 25% chance of being critical. Poison Spit, Poison Spray, Flash Shield, Innate Haste. This character always acts faster. As if hasted, each attack has a chance of using fewer action points. Hasten this character makes it faster still. All statuses given by this creation will last 30% longer. That's improved duration. Now that we took care of Watchhill. I found that the rogues to the east were being created by some sort of huge spawning thing. I killed it. You have done well. You have assisted us. As equals, we will pay you in kind for your trouble. Kobar hands you a tiny pouch. You look inside. It is filled with tiny, well-worn gold coins all over a century old. What could have created that thing you found? It is odd. Strange events are happening on Susia. We don't know how to deal with them. I hope you can understand these events, because we can't. If you wish to learn more of what is happening, you should go east. However, there is another way in which you can help us, again for fair pay. How else can I help you? You should speak with Ellhrah, if you have not already. I need to get a message to him, but I can't endanger my people on the eastern road. He gives you a scroll. Take this to Ellhrah's keep to the southeast. When this is done, I will pay you again. And when you meet Ellhrah, you should speak with him. You may not think that a survival can be wise. If so, I think you will be surprised. Tell me about Ellhrah. He leads the Awakened. He is the wisest among us. You want me to carry a letter? Why can't you do it? This letter is special. It is about you. I would not risk angering the Shaper unless I thought the mission would have value for you. Okay. Noted. Okay, so this is blocked off, but after we go to Ellhrah's keep, then it will be open. Open for us. There is a survival settlement out here, an island of peace in a sea of rogues. An old obelisk has been dragged here, sanded down and carved with the words Ellhrah's keep. The keep itself is more of a burrow, descending into the hill to the south. The passage has been shored up with fresh logs. Survival guards are kept stationed to either side, armed and ready to fend off hungry intruders. You enter the keep of Ellhrah. This is yet another Shaper ruin, probably barracks for the island's soldiers. Survivals here have done a good job of restoring it. The crumbling stone floors have been torn up and replaced with wood, and many of the Shaper tapestries on the wall have been painstakingly restored. As you enter, you feel the eyes of many armed survivals on you. You are welcome here, but you doubt that they will tolerate any trouble. As you pass the guards, one of them says, "Welcome, Shaper, to the home of the awakened. Ellhrah awaits." The guard points to the south. Okay. You meet Ellhrah, leader of Survivals, revered by them for his wisdom. To your eyes, he's not exceptional. He is strong, sure, and armed with the sword, but he is no more imposing than any other Survival you have met. He is neither old nor scarred. Yet he is unusual. When he looks at you, he stares you straight in the eye. He shows no fear. He knows that Shapers could destroy his people in a minute if they wanted, and yet he refuses to grovel. "Welcome, Shaper, to our home. I desire words with you." "I am Tobias. Thank you for welcoming me in your fortress." As you speak, the Sorrel looks for hints of your intentions. Your friendly greeting relaxes him. "I am Ellhrah, founder of the Awakened. Since I heard of your arrival on our isle, I have eagerly awaited your visit. We have long feared the return of your kind. We Sorrels were forced to think for ourselves, and we look forward to sharing what we have learned." "Why is this so important to you?" "Because there are 3 united settlements of survivals on Sucia Island. Not all of us are inutile. Most of us are thoughtful creatures. All of us fear the Shapers. All will be trying to win your favor, get your help. I want to tell you our ways to convince you that favoring us is the just path. I have a message here from Valkyrie. I am glad you can spare the time to help our kind." He takes the message, reads it, and laughs. "I must be honest with you. The message is of no importance." He crumples it up and throws it away. "It was a trick to get you here, so that we can speak. Valkyrie wants you to learn the Awakened." "I want to know more of the Awakened." "I am glad to hear it. The meaning of my entire life is to tell more of our sect and our beliefs. I am glad that you've come to speak with me before supporting a different sect. I am sure you find that our views are the wisest on Sucia Isle." "What do the Awakened believe?" "The Shapers created us. You are our parents. However, while we will always be grateful to you, we should not be your slaves. We wish to deal with you as intelligent beings and as equals. We believe in fair trade for goods and services. For anything we give you, we expect fair compensation. And for anything we take from you, we will pay. We believe that we and the Shapers can live together in peace and mutual support. Most of all, we want peace and dignity." "Surprisingly, your views make sense. I never realized before I came here that survivals can support themselves." "It is a lesson we learned at great cost, but learn it we did." Ellhrah smiles. "You are the first Shaper most of us have ever met. That we can convince you gives me real hope for the future." Ellhrah nods. "I can easily spare time to speak with one of your kind. What else do you want, Shaper?" "Want to know more about the Awakened?" What do you think of the other sects on Sucia Island?" "In Pintel, you will find the Obeyers. They worship you, as you view our gods. For them, the name Servile truly fits. Farther east are the Takers of Free. They hate Shapers. They long to die in a futile war against you. If you visit them, tread very carefully. They are dangerous." "I want to talk about something else." "Alright." "There is much I would like to learn about this island." "So do we all. Sucia Island is full of mysteries. What interests you?" "I'm looking for a boat. I want to escape this island." "I can understand that, but I can't aid you. I do not know where a boat is. You might try searching the villages to the east, but their beliefs are very backward." "Why did the Shapers abandon Sucia Isle?" "We know that it was cruel, abandoning us the way you did, but we do not know what caused it. Speak with Learn Pinner and Valkyrie. She may be able to help you learn more." "I have found many strange cancers on this island. They make me stronger." Ellhrah looks at you carefully. He seems worried by what he sees. "I can see you need the strength they give you. It must be necessary to survive the dangers here. However, they are changing you in a way I do not understand. It frightens us. You look cold and strange, and you glow in a soft, strange way. Use them if you must, but be careful. Do you have any canisters I can use?" Ellhrah sighs. "If you wish to take the risk, who am I to judge? I think there is one in the ruins we have not reclaimed." He points to the southeast. "I saw it some years ago. It had a label, for poison and other afflictions. We have not been back there in some time. Some rogues infiltrated those tunnels." Okay. I would like to speak with you about this region. You mean Valkyrie lands, yes? The territory of the Awakened. We have been in much danger recently. What would you like to know? Are you being attacked by rogues? It is impossible to travel around here and not know the answer to that. After you purged Watchhill, we entered and found the remains of that strange creation spawner. We have no idea who might have made such a cruel horror. We hope that you can find them and make them stop. What villages are near here? You have already been to Valkyrie, the wisest and strongest of the survival outposts. Pintail is to the east. You can get there by traveling east from here or north from Watchhill. Both routes get you there eventually. The path to the east is full of dangerous rogues. Pintail is occupied by the Obeyers. They worship your kind to an extent that upsets me. Farther east is Kazk, home of the Takers. They hate Shapers. Be warned. What other survivals live in these lands? There are Inuit, of course. Not all survivals are fit to live a civilized life in a sect. Some are peaceful, some become brigands. It is very subtle, but something is troubling him. Tell me more about the Inuit. Not all are brigands, some are simple folk, and some, they live near and they trouble us. Ask Swan about it. This has been his concern. That's all I need? Ellhrah nods. Safe travels to you, Shaper. You meet a quiet, shy survival. She circles the pool, checking the supplies, dragging around bags, and checking the produce. When you approach, she says, "Hello, I am Ting." Then she smiles and looks down. "I've been wanting to say something to you." "What do you do here?" "I am a cook. I make food for all the survivals, though not Ellhrah." "Why not Ellhrah?" "He only cooks his own food. He's very nervous about things." Ting keeps food stores as you talk. Sometimes she smiles nervously at you. "You said that you wanted to say something to me. What?" "There's someone named Nab in Valkyrie. He's very interesting. You should talk to him." I talk to Nab. She inspects a basket of fruit and says, so quietly that I have to lean forward to hear her, "Good. You should hear about all the survivals on Sucia Island. Not all are fools. There are other things I know." "Are you an Awakened?" She walks around and checks her supplies, ignoring your curation. "What else do you know?" "I know something interesting. Something useful that is hidden here." "What?" "There is a wand hidden at the south end of the fort. Down a long corridor, then west. Then past a guard. Then past a door. Even if you have no keys, you can get there through the ruined parts of the fort." "What sort of wand?" "It's a powerful Shaper artifact. It can pacify just about any Shaper creation is pointed at. Dazed. Even Ellhrah and Swan is guards. Dazed. There's a guard?" "Yeah, but he's lazy. He walks into the crumbling corridor by his guard post to take naps. If you watch him, you can walk by him." "Why are you telling me this?" "I know you talked to Nab. I will give my life to help you do what he told you to do." She turns and walks away. Okay. And now we can finally complete the spy and Valkyrie quest. There is someone in your employ named Ting. I believe that she is the spy for the Takers. He nods. "I suspected as much. Thank you for confirmation." He calls in the guard and whispers in her ear. She leaves quickly. The Takers have made no secret of the fact that they want me dead. Until they are peaceful, I will not tolerate them. Alright, so let's head back to Valkyrie real quick. Talk to Kobar first. "I have delivered the message. I expect to be paid for my time." "Excellent. The message was not as important as meeting Ellhrah. We all have much to learn from him. Still, here you are." He hands you a small pouch of silver coins. "The more we learn of the strange things happening on this island, the more relieved we are that a Shaper has arrived. I could still use supplies. Any other dangers I can rescue you from?" "Valkyrie has had grim news. Our scouts suspect that another one of the creature spawners has been placed near us. If you go north of Watchhill, you'll find a hilly region we call Crag Valley. We have a true treasure here. A rare artifact that Shapers left behind when they fled. Destroy the spawner, and the artifact is yours." "What sort of rogues are there?" "A wider and more dangerous array. Our scouts saw roamers and some Artilla as well. This frightens us. If Artillas infest the lands around Valkyrie, we will have to flee the town." How do you know they were made by a spawner? The creations in Crag Valley are young, fresh, undamaged, and utterly wild. Just like in Watchhill. Just an artifact, nothing else. Your authority intimidates Kobar. If you can save us, I'm sure we can do more for you. I have found the spy. It is Nab. She shakes her head. I knew it, but I could never prove it. And no doubt he has fled town by now. Thank you for letting me know. Ellhrah will appreciate your aid. She reaches up and places a hand upon your shoulder. In the name of the Awakened, I thank you. We will remember this. You are very welcome. She withdraws her hand and nods. Her opinion of Shapers, or at least of you, has improved. Okay, so we got that quest done. Let's go back to where Nab was hiding, though, since he's going to be gone by now. You can take his stuff that was in there. I have no interest in the takers whatsoever. Okay, already in the Codex. This is the most imposingly armed and armored of all the Serviles you have met so far. He wears a heavy iron breastplate and a large blade hangs from his belt. When you approach, he sizes you up, an astonishingly insolent gesture for a Servile. With a little nod of approval, he says, I'm Swan Awakened, commander of the Keep. I train Serviles in the military arts. Tell me about the Awakened. I can, but I will not. It is not my place, not with Ellhrah nearby. Swan points to the south. I teach about mere weaponry. He teaches freedom. What sort of training do you provide? I teach Serviles the ways of war. I also know some tricks that might help you, Shaper. Though I am but a Servile, I have learned much in my many years of fighting here. How do Serviles fight here? Desperately, and with a mix of our own weapons and Shaper artifacts. Some use mundane weapons, swords and javelins. Some use the living weapons of the Shapers, the batons that fire thorns. Some Serviles have learned to breathe the batons and grow plants that produce thorns as fruit. A rare few use crystals and wands. They are Shaper artifacts, powerful stones and staves which unleash powerful magic. These are hoarded and only used in great danger, as we can't make more. Can you teach me? I'm afraid not. I will only share my deadliest knowledge with my fellow Awakened. I am impressed by your ingenuity in learning how to fight. I am glad that you feel that way. Not all of your kind will be so tolerant. Swan watches you silently. It is remarkable how well he keeps his composure when facing one of his creators. What battles have you had to fight recently? Of late, our foes have been limitless. There have been the rogues coming out of Watchhill, the roamers on the Thorny Fens, and, worst of all, Warp the Valish. Tell me about Watchhill. Thank you for settling the mystery of the rogues coming out of Watchhill. From now on, we know to watch for fresh spawners and destroy them immediately. Tell me about the Thorny Fens. They are east of here, just north of the water. It is a region between here and Pentil, full of roamers. They are particularly cunning. They stalk their prey, waiting until enough additional roamers show up. Then they pounce. Tell me about Warp. Warp is a Valish. The Valish are particularly intelligent creations, used for communication and reconnaissance. It lives in a ruin in Crag Valley. Warp is powerful, free of mind, mad, and hates us. It can charm my warriors and eat them while they stand there mindless. It can control roamer servants with its mind, and it sends them to feed on us. We have tried to kill it many times. It always evades me. One day, I will make a mistake. It will steal my mind and devour me. Can you help me destroy Warp? Ellhrah and I disagree on this issue. He has an old Shaper weapon which might help you destroy Warp. But you would have to be very convincing to ever get him to tell you about it. Do any Inudal live near here? Interesting. You managed to make Swan nervous. He says, there are Inudal everywhere on Sucia Island. Not all Serviles care to join a sect. Some of them may have found their own ways. Done things. Experiments with shaping? That can be very dangerous, even to peaceful Serviles who happen to live nearby. Swan thinks very hard about this. I know there is danger. I need to decide. He sighs. I curse my weakness, but there is a door in the ruins to the east. I can control it. If you approach it now, it will open. I can't say what is beyond it. I can only trust your wisdom. Please excuse me. Okay, so we got more information there. Yeah, it definitely helps that I have leadership and stuff like this. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm not going to worry about opening any chests or stuff right here. Because of how, when I played the last few times, it wasn't really worth it. This book is full of speeches describing the beliefs and views of the Awakened. Survivors can't come to these halls to hear sermons about their beliefs. The writings are full of gratitude and respect for the Shapers who made the Survivals. Demands for respect and independence are very politely made. Yet, most Shapers, if they read this book, would immediately burn the Awakened settlements to the ground. Okay, yeah. There's stuff in the chest, but it's not really worth stealing, and I'm not gonna exhaust my living tools at all in the area, so not worried about that at all. The section of the keep has not been restored by the Awakened. The original stone floors are still here, slowly crumbling. At least the ceiling hasn't caved in, yet. Oddly, the passages are icy cold. Thick frost on the floor indicates that no survivors have been back here for a while. Oh, curing spores, by the way, and speed pod. The section of the keep is dedicated to commerce. Several merchants have come here to buy and sell wares, both survival made and Shaper artifacts. This merchant is pleased to have your attention. Greetings, Shaper. It is an honor to meet one of your powerful and wise order. May I interest you in some of my humble wares? I would like to trade with you. I need some supplies. Merchants here do a good deal of trading. Unsurprisingly, they always give the best deals to members of the Awakened. Okay. This is food here. Okay, so we are definitely going to grab the living tool. I have plenty of pods and spores right now. Okay, so we're not going to worry about the Inudal village quite yet, but that's where you get it. If you didn't have the leadership, you wouldn't be able to get to them, unfortunately. There is a cryo huddled in this corner. It is trembling, even though these creations are immune to cold. It seems on the edge of going fully rogue. There is a carved wooden name tag hanging from its neck. It says, Chris. The survivors must have tried to train it and it ran away. It is holding something in one of its claws. It is small and glitters. Hello there. Chris hisses at you. It sounds angry at first and then it trails off. Let me have what you are holding. The cryo senses your meaning but it doesn't want to give up its treasure. It hisses with irritation. You meet its gaze and it senses your authority. Chris drops the treasure and you collect it. It's a crystal. Chris, you need to return to your master. Chris stares at you confused. At first, you aren't able to get it to understand your meaning. You meet its gaze and concentrate. Using your training, you send a mental picture of your intention. Chris hisses quietly and makes a sort of shrugging motion. You manage to calm it down. It leaves. What did we get from Chris? Ooh, a spray crystal. Okay. The passage to the south is icy cold. There are many sets of survival tracks in the frost on the floor. A sign on the wall says, "Awakened only." The guard is very sleepy, but he's not lazy enough to miss you. He looks like he was just napping. Halt! You're not supposed to be back here. Prove you can be here or go back. Well done, Servile. You do the Awakened proud. I will commend you to Ellhrah instead of telling him how you were sleeping at your post. The Servile guard is confused, flattered, and nervous. Eventually, confusion wins out. He returns to his guard post. Okay, so since we have the leadership for it, we're able to do that. Let's go ahead and use the living tool here. We already had the ability to create a fire aura, but I think even though its style is a little old, you can easily recognize the item on the table. It is a discipline wand, a keyed shaper defense against rogue creations. This wand can spray a mist that dazes enemy creations. Once the rogue is helpless, it can easily be captured or absorbed. You can understand why Ellhrah hid it so carefully. Now it is yours. But you still want to get the canisters anyway to pop up because you do get a bonus level when you get a creation that's one you already have. Okay, so yeah, we have days, which is perfect. Wands are definitely good if you don't want to, like... The case contains a lot of smashed ceramic and dried up alchemical goop. Someone tried to smash everything inside. Fortunately, they missed one ceramic jar pushed into the back corner. It is full of a thick, brown fluid. You recognize it. It is a nutrient solution used to revive aging servant minds. The stuff is made to be able to keep for a very long time. This could be very useful. You keep it. You find a servant mind. There is no need to try to speak with it. It is clearly dead. Someone struck it with a large bladed weapon, perhaps 20 or 30 times. The cold of these chambers have kept it well preserved. It can't have been dead more than a few months. Unsettlingly, good lord, its limbs still move slightly, the result of the enchanted essence that still infuses its muscles. Seeing one of the Shaper's most loyal servants butchered like this is upsetting. I hate to use living tools on this, but let's go ahead and use them anyway. So we get the XP and get that door open. And I have to just get more living tools. I found a slain servant mine in your back hall. I am very disturbed by this. Ellhrah looks nervous. You should know, Shaper, that not all the servant mines are as benign as you. Some of them are still bent on controlling the survivals here, even if following their orders would be suicide. And sometimes those servant mines can be very assertive. And when that happens, we must defend ourselves. I regret this, but it can't be avoided. Oof. Big oof, Ellhrah. That's for sure. It's not like they can super defend themselves anyway. Alright, let me show you at least what the Thod can do. Yeah, battle shaping is definitely not my favorite, though. So, like I said, my main focuses are going to be the creations of magic and fire. But you can definitely do them if ever you're so prepared. Cure Affliction. Reduces the duration of all afflictions, curses, acid, charms, etc. on this character. Each extra point of the skill increases the amount. Okay, so at least we're getting more. Okay, now would be a good time to use this wand. So they're not both attacking us at once. Because even though they can easily take damage, they're also still pretty strong and easily kill me. Alright, we pretty much explored all we can in Ellhrah's Keep. If I didn't have the leadership, I wouldn't have been able to go in this section. But I was able to do so. First, let's go back to Valkyrie. Like I said, battle shaping is definitely not my favorite, so what we're going to do is summon back a Fiora. Alright, now my control level is strong, so I wonder if I can... No, let's just do the default stuff for now. Go back to the Inudal village. And with that in mind, I'm going to save the game right here, but I will see you all in the next part.